Hey, what is up, guys? Let me know if you are in here, please. Just having some issues with OBS a little earlier. I see a couple people jumping in. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hello. Hello. Hey. All right, so let's start the stream. My name is Mike Thompson. As always, OBS and my updated NVIDIA driver conspire against me at the beginning of these streams. What's up, Jack Corvus? So welcome back if you are returning. Hello if you don't know me and are new. My name is Mike Thompson. I'm an illustrator and I like to sculpt stuff. So on my screen I have some of the project which I have been working on. Anna's in here. What's going on, Anna? Some of what I've been working on in my spare time, which is this Gumroad, right? So I just wanted to show you guys this, and then I'll get into it. Got a lot of news, so I'll do that, and then I'll get into the actual like stream and stuff. But let's see if I go over here. There it is. Okay, I have a Gumroad that is up for pre-sale right now. There's only 3 days left to get the pre-sale price of $25. After that, it goes up to $60. It's a lot of content, over 10 hours of content, narration, and step-by-step to go through the whole process of making this guy. So if you guys have been stepping in here and watching the the Venom render, this or sculpt, this is like that, except it's the entire process all the way through until we get to the thing. It's based off of these cards I did for Marvel Upper Deck, and so anyway, that is that, and it's on my Gumroad, which is just my TR Works. All right, so let's go to the main screen and get into it. Hey, thanks, Excelsior. All right, cool. So let's hide this and come down here. So I had to do some, I had to create some renders for a client, and it reminded me that I have a lot of unfinished stuff, a lot of unfinished pieces that I've kind of started in here. So if I go to this thing, this is an example of stuff that I started, and I think the Hulk is the only thing that I finished in this entire group here. Everything's like 90-some% of the way done. But I'm thinking about finishing my Bishop today, or at least getting close to it, right? So I'm going to open that up and get started on that. All right, hello. Maricat says, hi, Mike T. Hello. All right, so let's come over here. Yeah, so this is what this guy started off like, the anti-venom, and you can see that he has come a long way, baby. There's a whole lot that's been done since I started this thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's move this over here, not this. Let's move that over there. There you go. Yep. So it's all on camera. I recorded the whole process and I'm talking about it. If you're interested in it, it's on my Gumroad. Mike TR Works. Let's just put that in there. Gumroad. All right, cool. So let's get into some Bishop today, I think. And if you have questions about anything, if you have any questions, give me a shout. Let's see. Music is loud. All right, let me turn it down then. Good. Turn it down a little bit. All right, how's that? Ruby says, nice. Want to become famous? Buy followers. Okay, here we go. We're starting already with the spam stuff. How long on the average does it work? Does he work on a character? If he is me, then a long time, too long. And I'm actually going to work on making that faster. But these guys have taken me probably, I don't know, like maybe 25, 30 hours, something like that. Nice. Karen says perfect on the music volume. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So let's see. I'm gonna hide this. I'm gonna open this. This is the guy that we are working on today, which I started a while ago and kind of got into. You can see the gun is just kind of blocked out. I haven't really detailed that. Still looks very much like a toy gun. I've gotten better at anatomy since I started this guy. This is kind of old, but I think I could do better now. Got to finish the boots and his hair. I want to add kind of a S curl because that's the man's look. Haha, that's from a commercial, you guys. Let's see. The Bishop's Villain. Hey, thanks, Jay Murphy. How do you start from scratch? Okay, so what I would suggest is check out that Gumroad, because that's the entire process. It's everything. So if you're interested in that, $25 and 10 hours will show you my whole thing from the jump. All right. Big hug from Brazil, Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana, I love your music, my friend. What's up? What's been helping you with anatomy the most? The most has been just doing it. I've been doing it a lot. I have these guys. So if I switch to my camera, I have these guys, which help a ton, like a ton. And I went and painted the girl here to, excuse me, the lady, to show off the details on her. I'm gonna do the same to the dude, but I have those. I have this guy. This guy is killer, and plenty of detail. So I can see when I post the whips of my arm turnarounds or my legs or whatever, I'm looking at those in addition to a whole lot of other photo reference, and it helps a ton. All right. Daniel Williams, Eckershey all day long. That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Young Fury is in the house. All right. So let's go back to this. Now I'm going to warn you, Bishop is old, man. So my layers might be crazy. I don't want anybody talking bad about my file structure because it's all over the place. This is before I got organized. Mike. I can't even tell you where my stuff is. Mike Tools, there you go. Open this up. So while this is opening, I'm going to tell you about this thing that I'm working on with a couple friends. It's very exciting, a new project. I took my personal stream and turned it into something called the Stylus League. Oh, I forgot to change my camera again. Haha, I'm gonna change it. There you go. You couldn't see any of the stuff I had. You couldn't even see that bishop. All right, let me open up the bishop again. This is what happens when you... Word? Not gonna let me do it? No, come on, man. Hold on a second, guys. There you go. There's bishop. So this is what we're going to be working on today. And it helps when you can actually see it. How about that? I'm going to move this up because I see the camera's obscuring it. There you go. Now people can see that. Yeah, so that's bishop. Let's hide this. Let's open them. But yeah, so I'm working with friends of mine. I'm taking my personal stream and we've rolled it into the Stylus League, and it is myself and Danny Williams, not to be confused with the amazing Daniel Williams, point pusher. So we announced it last night with a video. Is ZBrush frozen? No, it's not. Okay, bishop. All right, let's everybody all calm down. No need for panic. Let's open this. See if this does it. How to create calls without having problem with polygons. So these claws that I have, let's switch back to them. The claws that I have here. Oh, it's just turned off. Turn it off, dude. Okay. So these started off as just spheres. Right, so let's hide everything except for the hand and the nails. All right, So these nails here, if I come over here and I turn on transparency, the nails all began as spheres, like just a sphere that I dragged out and I sculpted. So very simple. And then because I didn't want him to look like somebody like Sabretooth, I went and did like the little drippy symbiote bits on there. And that's what that is. I keep forgetting. So I have one of these now, thanks to my friend Bradley. And so now I can like zoom in and do this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 3D mouse, y'all. Yeah, what do you know about it? I can zoom way back. Oh, I got cocky. There it is. Okay, anyway, that's how you do it. Is this the comments thread? Yeah, so replying to Pixologic got one. Your hands are boss. Thanks, Daniel. You're a boss, my friend. Daniel is a very, very good sculptor. And I am a fan of his real life stuff in addition to his digital stuff. All right, let's get into Bishop. There he is. All right, so you can see that I've been at this guy for a minute. There's parts of it that still, you know, I need detailing. I think he needs some knee pads, and I started the boots. But if you're wondering, that red sphere is a light. So I kind of made a sphere and I designate that as a light in Keyshot, if you know what I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna fill the eyes with a flat color here. Color, fill. Boom, let's go back to this. All right, so Pixologic wants you guys to do a whole lot of comments. If you're watching this in the future, like right now, everything's showing up in the comment thread here. But if you're watching this in the future, please comment in the YouTube stream. And if you have questions on anything that you'd like to see in the future, if you have questions for Paul or Joe to do on their Ask ZBrush or Ask ZBrush, I don't know what Joe's is called, I forgot. But yeah, maybe that's Joe's and I can't remember Paul's. But yeah, if you have questions, put them in the comments and they will answer them later. All right. I'm gonna get back to Stylus League too. So Danny Williams, if you don't know, I'm gonna do this while I'm sculpting. How about that? Sorry. See? That's not me, that's VLC, you guys. Sorry about that. Goes off the rails sometimes. Usually when I'm in here. So Danny Williams is an amazing sculptor. He's worked for DreamWorks and Blue Sky, and he worked on Skylanders, and now he's at Netflix Animation. And just a really dope guy. And Danny and I have been friends for several years. So we decided to do a stream together. No. All right, forget that song. VLC, man. I gotta get a new video player, like music player. This is not good. There you go, that's good. Yeah, so Danny and I, we're kind of like-minded individuals who both love art and the process, so we decided to do a stream together, a regular stream where we start projects, so you guys can see the kind of like the whole thing in a 3-week period. We're not giving ourselves a lot of time. And what we're gonna do is we pick a theme. This week's theme, 80s cartoons. That's right. And we're going to each decide what we want to work on, and you get to see it over the course of 3 weeks, the whole process. And we're gonna have guests. I talked to a lot of really awesome artists who I don't want to name right now, but you'll get excited about them. I'm not even kidding. They're gonna come on and join us, and they're gonna do the same thing, right? So it's gonna be a good deal. If you guys aren't already, please give me a subscribe on my YouTube channel, and we're gonna be launching the Stylus League YouTube soon. But right now you can catch it all on Mike T Artwork which is above, right, on YouTube. You got it, Daniel. So I'm super excited about this. That's why I'm talking about it. You guys are like, why are you hawking this thing? Because you're going to want to be a part of this thing. If you're an accomplished artist, you're going to see people on here on our show that you're fans of. If you're a new artist, you're going to be learning things that you might not know. And, you know, even if you've been doing it for a while, you could learn workflows that are different from your own. And it's just a good time for everybody. So I'm looking at these fingers and I'm already telling that, like, it's very, like, I've learned a lot since I've done the Venoms, and these fingers are looking kind of suspect. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-topo these. Let's look. No, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just step down. Yeah, it's too high. All right, so let's hide this. Hide these cuffs. Nice. Thanks, Daniel. Okay, Ivy says, basic question. Sorry, novice here. Do you pose your character first and then add details, clothing, etc. after? Yeah, so I do. There's a lot of artists who don't work that way. They like to work in symmetry. What I'll do is I'll kind of get the forms, you know, blocked in the way I like them, and then I break symmetry as early as possible, because I personally have a better time when I get it into pose. Like, I can tell, I get a better sense of the personality of the character, and then that gets me excited about sculpting in details. You know, also it's good practice, right? Like, I'm sculpting 2 arms and legs and all that stuff, and fingers. I'm sculpting 10 fingers as opposed to just doing it on one hand and having that kind of translate over to the other side. Might sound like a lot of work. It is, but I'm learning a lot in the process. I'm getting my 10,000 hours in just off of, you know, a few characters, basically. Maybe not a few, a lot of characters. One thing I am going to do, though, because I find that I'm doing a lot of fingers lately, is I want to, I'm going to, like, make some that I just kind of use over again, you know, and then just mess with them. And these are gloves, too, so I want to get some tactical glove reference. I think I have some somewhere, but I'm just going to download some real quick, get my Pure Ref out. Pure Ref, where are you? There it is. All right. Open that. Let's open. Do I have a Pure Ref for Bishop? Let's see. Load. You know, the nice thing about the stream with Danny and I is that our friend Bradley is doing the, he's kind of fielding questions and making sure that if we're working and we miss them, he'll ask us. So that's great, because I'm very guilty of getting caught up in what I'm doing and then I miss questions. And I don't want you guys to think I'm ignoring you. I'm definitely not. So let's see, I just want to see reference. PSDs, do I have one? No? Bishop Ref, there you go. Bishop, open. All right, let's hit that open. I'm gonna come over here and take a look at what we have. Thanks, Ivy. All right, would you mind telling us some about the pros, cons, best practices, and caveats of sculpting for animation versus sculpting for static pose? So, you know what? That's a fantastic question to ask on the Stylist League, because Danny is somebody who sculpts for animation. I don't do that. I sculpt for static poses. Like, I'm sculpting for statues and maquettes and things like that. So that would be a really good thing. Like it's nice to have people with two completely different backgrounds. Danny's done statues too, right? So he can answer both questions. But you know, it's nice to have people who work with different goals that we can kind of just go back and forth on it. So why don't you subscribe to my YouTube and ask that question on Friday, and we can answer it for you. How about that? In which program are you doing retopology? I'm doing it right here. So rather than jumping into something like Maya or Blender or whatever your favorite retopo software is, I do it right here with the ZBrush retopology. Topology. That's a hard word to say if you can't talk. Yeah, ZBrush. All right, I had some gloves. Let's look at them. There you go. I want them to look tactical, but I don't want them to look like I want them to be future-y gloves. You know who has good future-y gloves? Daniel Bell. Look at those future-y gloves. I have that guy right in front of me. I'm looking at Captain America right in front of me right now. One of my favorite sculpts of all time. Shout out to Daniel Bell. All right, so maybe I will borrow, I was going to say steal, I'm going to borrow his idea of having little insets in the knuckles. That could be kind of cool. So let's do that. I think I'm going to do that, you guys. I like to stand on the shoulders of giants. How about that? Let's see. Sculpting without symmetry is much less restrained. You get to explore the pose. Yeah, absolutely. So Daniel is like, he started as a traditional sculptor, and I was looking at his stuff. It's like I said, awesome stuff. But for somebody that started in a traditional world, right, you couldn't just clone one side to the other. You actually had to do both sides. So I can see why you would say that, my friend. But I'm right there with you, right? Because I started as a traditional illustrator, and I always had to paint, you know, paint things twice at least. So nothing wrong with that. Practice makes you better. Okay, Karen, congratulations. Oh, thank you. That's nice. Thank you very much. My Instagram. Stylist League. That's right. For gamers. Of course. Yeah. If I miss anything too, just ask it again. Right? I don't want anybody to think that I'm not trying to answer your questions. That's why I'm here, right? I'm here to sculpt. I'm here to chew gum and sculpt stuff, and I'm all out of gum, playa. That's what they say when they want to sound tough in the Old West. Let's see. Exactly, you gotta sculpt everything. Non-Casmund. Okay, I just butchered that. Good afternoon, Mr. Thompson. 4 gig, 150 terabyte. Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Wow, we're doing math. 4 gigabyte GTX 150 Ti handle 100 million polygons. Now I have 2080 Ti, and I would dare to say yes. I'm gonna say yes on that. If anybody knows differently about that specific card, let me know. Let's see. What did we say? New to the 3D world, I'm learning ZBrush for sculpting. What should I learn for retopo, rigging, animation, Maya, or Blender? So, both fine applications. If you're new to it and you want to get your feet wet, one of those applications doesn't cost money. The other one does. So I would say if you just want to try it out and see what's up, you go with the free one, and then we're not supposed to say it. It's like Voldemort. You try the one, and then if you don't dig it, you go to the other one. How about that? That was not helpful at all. Sorry about that. Yeah. It's the competition. I'm not supposed to be talking about the other one. What did I miss? Vinegar. Also, congratulate. Thank you. Night streams more detail on Friday. That's right. ML All Night Creatives is correct. That is my producer, y'all. How old are you, by the way? Great job. Well, that's an invasive question. I'm not a young man. I don't know if I should say, right? There's ageism. I'm sure I've said it somewhere. I don't want to say. People call me old. Let's see. What else did I miss here? Thanks a lot. No worries. No worries. You need CPU. Isn't ZBrush polygons already? Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, there you go. It was a test. Can you please tell me how to keep the proportions in ZBrush proportions of the head, arms, body? How to keep the proportions for gamers? I'm not sure what you mean. How are you losing them? By sculpting? You talking about doing it out of symmetry? I'm not sure what that means. How good is a 3070 for sculpting? Yeah, well, so that's the thing. So I don't know what I was thinking about, because ZBrush doesn't really take advantage of the GPU. But I'm sure one day it will. Just get yourself some RAM, have a decent CPU, and you're good to go. I will tell you that, I've seen videos of people running ZBrush on laptops that were not especially overpowered, and it did just fine. So you're gonna be okay. All right, old enough to drop knowledge. That's right. That's right. All night with the save. Thank you. Done and split up the tools a bit. Hard pass. Like that. 33 and want to get old ZBrushing. Okay. Well, you got plenty of time, my friend. I didn't start learning ZBrush until 7 years ago. So I didn't start learning any sculpting until 7 years ago. So if I can do it, 100% you can do it. I've been a 2D guy my whole life, a painter. You guys don't know me. I do stuff for like Marvel and movie posters and toy packaging and more this kind of thing is what I normally do, right? Like toys. It's all about toys. But I just started doing stuff for Sideshow, so that's cool too. In fact, little teaser for you guys. I got one of the Sideshow artists to commit to coming on a future episode of Stylus League. That's big, 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 big. So if you are into Sideshow, you want to eventually do stuff for them, I would subscribe and watch our shows. And when this person comes on, then you can talk to them directly. How about that? Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, you guys ever get a mustache hair? Not ladies. You ever get a mustache hair that curls up and it scratches your nose and you constantly are trying to like get it out of there? That's what's happening right now. I totally cut my hair today and everything, and I have a rogue mustache hair. This is good conversation. Rogue mustache hair that is scratching my nose, and it's very infuriating. Anyway, let's see. How was the transition from 2D to 3D? So it was pretty smooth. Can I send you my work? I'm gonna just come down. Yeah. So give me a follow on one of my social media and just shoot me a DM and I'll definitely take a look at your work. Damn man wants to know, what was the transition from 2D to 3D? How was it? So for me, it was great. I've always loved, I've been a statue head, right? Like I have friends that are sneakerheads, they can collect shoes. I always wanted statues. And so I had this brilliant idea that I would make my own statues and save money. And so I was like, well, before I can do that, I have to learn how to sculpt. So I kind of took the same approach that I use for painting and applied that to sculpting, right? Basically working big to small and, large areas to getting into details and then, the micro details, that kind of thing. So, if we look at, let's do this, hide this for a second. If we look at this Venom, like right now, he still is, like you can still see all of the little, like the tooling on him, right? Because I'm using the clay buildup. So I have all the detail on this guy, but I didn't go through and kind of smooth that out and then add a skin texture, especially in the spider. You can see it's like very much tooling that's going on there. But I got my proportions and everything right. And that's how I work for everything. Where's another one? I mean, you can see it on my screen behind me. But yeah, so that whole process came from me learning how to, how to paint and illustrate for clients. And so I just kind of took that philosophy, which is the same thing that a lot of people do, and brought that into sculpting. And it was, it was pretty painless. All those old masters used to do both anyway, right? Like all of the painters and sculptors, they all kind of cross-pollinated that discipline from one thing into the other. All right, so this is starting to look a little better. His fingers feel small for me here. Let's do this. This is bothering me. Yeah, that finger looks mad small, yo. All right, I'm gonna grab this. Skip. Wow, I'm blowing up. Hold on, sorry. Okay. Ah, nice. All right. Eric Sosa just signed on, you guys. He's going to do a stylist league. Boom! I dropped that. I was going to keep that under the hat. He said he's all about it. So, he's one of 5 people that confirmed today. Like, stylist league is blowing up. Seriously. And on my desk, oh no, it's in the other room. I moved it. I have Eric Sosa Thanos, which is one of my favorite sculptors. It's in the other room though. Oops, don't do that. Yeah, I don't know what happened on this finger. It got a little smushed. feel like that whole hand could be a little bigger. Let's do this. Back this part. W. All right, what did I miss? Oh wow, a lot. See, I need you here, Bradley. Do you stream on your own channel? Yeah, absolutely. So if you go to my channel, what do we have now? I think there's 13 or 14 Mic Drops lives, and I have 2 with Danny. The last 4 or 5 are my favorite because that's when I changed the format, where we have my friend Bradley taking questions and we kind of talk. It's more of a loose format, but it's always, you know, showing the process and having a good time, talking about like nerd stuff, right? Superheroes, hip hop, news, not a lot of news, but you know, if it's like serious stuff, we talk about that too. We talk about it all. Let's see. What did I miss? Let's say the arm's not long enough in comparison to the body. The head does not look too raspberry in comparison to the head like this. So yeah, just so you know, I'm doing that right now, right? Like, so I'm going through and looking at this hand with all of the, with everything else. And I'm finding that I need to tweak it, you know? So like, I'm gonna go in here and see if I can twist it out a little bit. Maybe that's the problem. And then bring it up a little bit. Something like, yeah, more like that. That's better. That's better. Yeah. So like I'm constantly tweaking stuff, but it's good because, you know, I keep moving around the model, finding out what needs to be messed with, and then I'll mess with it. And, you know, hopefully by the time I'm done, it doesn't look ridiculous, everyone. That's how you know you nailed it. People don't laugh when you're done. All right, let's see. Is that going to be live on YouTube tomorrow? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So do this. Subscribe to my YouTube and you'll get an alert. But we usually do Fridays. Subject to change. But right now it's... okay. You come on there and subscribe and we can hook you up. All right, let's see, what did I miss? Man, I missed a lot of stuff. See, Brad, I can't do this without you, brother. Let's see, how you go over the basics and the design. How about learning the software? Okay, so good question, Dayon man. There's software that that Danny and my friend Bradley are using that I want to learn for rendering. Like, I'm not even gonna front. I want to take my ZBrush stuff into Blender and do some of those. Oh, look at that. My hand's not even on the handle. I want to do some cycles renders on there because I've seen some of the stuff that Danny does and it's sick. So I want to do that, but I don't really know how to use Blender. So what I'm going to do is, you know, on there, I'll be messing around. You know, they'll be walking me through it while they're walking, you know, while, you know, we're walking other people through it as well. So that's one of the software examples where I would be learning at the same time as everybody else, and somebody like, you know, Bradley and Daniel are a little more seasoned than I am. You know, maybe I might do some painter stuff, Corel Painter, or even do some Substance Painter, where, you know, I can do some painting like I did for my Carnage. Let's see if I can find it. Carnage. I'll just show you this real quick. Carnage. Do I have a, yeah, JPEG. Yeah, so in Substance Painter, I did like this. This is early on, but you can see that, you know, I was trying to go for that kind of skinned look. And so all of that painting I did right in there. So maybe I might be working in Substance on a stream as opposed to being in ZBrush or, you know, being in, you know, ZBrush or one of the painting apps, something like that. All right, these are the older ones. This is not the best. Let's get that out of here. Get out of here with your eye holes. Let's see. Exactly, yeah, Daniel Williams. Fear Frontier, when I see a guy like yourself in his 60s, how dare you? His 60s? Come on, bro. I'm not that old. I'm not in my 60s. All right. Where's my band hammer? I'm just kidding. I'm in my 50s. Don't get it twisted. No. Thank you, though. I'm sure there's a compliment in Fear Frontiers thing somewhere. I love that you change your gizmo. Yeah, that's my Timberland boot. So I'm from the East Coast. We love Timbs here. So that's what that is. Timberland all day. I did that for another client, and I was like, I'm gonna keep that dang. Let's come over here. I'm animating in 3D. Do you think it's needed to know traditional painting to get good at 3D or just practice? So this is what I found, right? Because I've been painting my entire life, like my whole life. And I found that sculpting helped me kind of get a better handle on painting people. So I get a better idea of how the light wraps around someone, and I can apply that to my painting. I'm working on a piece right now of Lewis Hamilton. Let's find this thing. All right, so I'm working on this thing, right? For a magazine in Monaco, and you know, just learning how light wraps around stuff, I can go in and apply that to my characters and really get even like cars and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like the more I do 3D, I feel like the better my 2D gets, and vice versa. You know, like, so I believe knowing both helps personally. Let's see. Practice 3D. Stylish Helm. That's right. So yeah, Stylus League is going to be both 2D and 3D. And what we're probably going to end up doing is doing kind of like some give and take, where if Danny's on 2D, I'll be on 3D, and then we switch. And then Danny goes to 3D and I start painting something. We have fun. We know how to have fun on that channel, you guys. I don't know what happened to the first knuckle, but they're all super short. Let's fix that. Okay. And I just want the gun. So where's the gun? Where is the gun? I got a lot of subtools. Let me do this. Here it is. All right, so let's turn on the gun. Go back up to his hand. I have too many subtools. Where's the hand? Oh, here it is, gloves. All right, cool. All right, so for the gun, I only want to see this part. Okay, and then I want to go back to my gloves, which are the gloves go. Just had them. Gloves. I bet. There they are. There you go. Look at that. His hands aren't even on the handle of the thing. You know, the part of the gun that you hold on to shoot stuff. I'm a gun expert, everyone. I own hundreds. I don't know any guns. Or if I did, I would know what that part is called. I know that's a trigger. I know that much. Handle? The part you hold on to. There it is, gloves. W. I have a vast, vast gun knowledge. All right, let's fix that part that's wrong. Okay, it's a little better. And I usually keep my lower subdivision levels because I really like to continue to tweak the pose all the way through this. So that's why I can easily go through and select these parts and get them where they're supposed to be, right? Had I, you know, kind of just subdivided up to a really high level and then gotten rid of my lower sub-D levels, then it would have been more difficult. All right, let's see. What else did I miss? 100 messages. Wow, that was fast. All right. Love you, change your gizmo. I saw that already. In the Stylus League, all right, saw that. Why boot though? Yeah, because I like boots. Why not? Definitely gonna check out the Stylus League. Thanks, damn man. Every Friday, excellent. For sculpting, maybe it's somewhere in your drawing. How do you make your character's clothing? All right, I'll show you. I'll show you. Check out Stylus League. Come down here. Hey, Andrea. That character looks awesome. Thank you, Moon Hawking. Let's get this over here. Let's see if I can't rotate this down a little bit, maybe. And back this way. All right, so these should be polygrouped as well, so I can go through and let's mask that part, and then I should be able to rotate that knuckle forward a little bit. Like that. All right, and I see some of his palm wasn't masked. Let's fix that. See, when you have low sub-D levels, really easy to fix those mistakes. All right. Let's see what else we got. Thank you, looking nice and powerful. Just watched the intro to Stylus League. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, do me a favor. If you like it, leave a comment, please. We need the feedback. And we need the awareness. Give it a share, please. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. I'm telling you, when you guys see the caliber of guests that we have on the show, it's a wrap. You're gonna love it. Where do you start when you pose your character? Do you have your own standard pose according to the character? Do you use reference? So I use reference. It's funny. Let's jump back. I'm not even gonna lie at where I got this pose, right? Because I didn't make this up. I would take credit if I could, but I'm not going to. Let's turn on everything. Let's see. Well, let's turn on everything and unhide the gun. All right. Let's bring back the other parts. Okay, so this pose came from a little game you might be familiar with. Let's see if anybody knows it, right? Also, listen, while you're trying to guess, because this is fun. This is fun for me. If you love this game, you should know where this pose came from, but it's from a video game. And in the meantime, if you want to see more of this type of stuff on my channel, watch our last video for Mic Drops Live with Danny, where we announced Stylist League. I think it's episode 13. And we have a contest going on where if whoever has the most comments and constructive comments that have to do with the show, we're having a watch party. I think tomorrow night, right, Bradley? Yeah, I think we're gonna do it tomorrow night. We're gonna rally tomorrow or Saturday, but we're having a watch party for Mortal Kombat, and we're inviting whoever has the most comments to join us. You'll be able to talk to Danny and I and Bradley off the show and watch Mortal Kombat and just have a good time on HBO Max, right? But if you don't know who this is, let's see. This character's pose is from anybody? Anybody know? Duke, Gears of War. That's it. Gears of War. That's right. This is was this Marcus or is this Dom? This might have been Dom, I think. Before something tragic happens to somebody. I'm not gonna tell you what happens. Spoiler for a game that's like 10 years old. 100% Dom. You win the prize. Earthworm Jim. It is from Earthworm Jim as well. All right, let's see what I missed. Let's see. What did I miss? Blender's super easy. Marmoset is user friendly. You need patience. Carnage. Thanks, damn man. Hey there, your tutorial come out this week. Yeah, if you're talking, oh no, the tutorial, the anti-venom, still working on it. I got a lot of work to do in editing. I have like 30 hours of video that I have to edit, and I have to narrate over top of it. So it's gonna be quality. I don't wanna rush it, but you still have 3 days to get the $25 price before it goes up to 60 bones, right? So $35 discount if you get it between now and Sunday, I think. Let's see. Hello from Barcelona. What's up? What's good, Hannibal? How do you make your UVs? All right, let's see if I have any on the. I should have some on the pants, I think. Let's take a look. Go to the pants. Solo them. And I'm pretty sure he has UVs, I think. Or he did at one point, because that's how I applied the texture. UV map. Step down. Oh, nope. So what I did on this is I applied the texture, and I got rid of the lower sub-D levels. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I still have UVs. In fact, I know I don't because I can't morph UVs. Used to have them. I might end up redoing these anyway. In fact, you know what? Let's just do them real quick. Let's redo them, because what happened on these pants is I'm getting a pattern, like a checkerboard pattern when I do a render on him. So if I go back to the hero render, you see this checkerboard pattern that's on the pants? Like back, stop it. All right, doesn't want to stay there. This checkerboard pattern over here, that is, I believe, coming from the way that the texture is applied. And you can see it in some other places. So I don't like that. I gotta fix that. You know what I'm saying. Let's step back into ZBrush and let's quickly just make some UVs for this guy. How dare you? That's right. 60s? Come on, man. Bad enough I'm in my early 50s. Make me a decade older than I am. All right, let's clone this. Clone this. Come over here. And okay, first thing I'm gonna do with this guy, this is 1.2 million polys. So let's duplicate him. And he's soloed out. I'm gonna Z remesh him. Before I do, I just wanna make some poly groups on him. Just to kind of hold some of these areas where I want them. Let's see. Man, this guy is dense, y'all. All right. Nailed it. All right. Okay. So it's that. And okay, that was easier than I thought. So now we have UVs. In fact, I'm going to delete the top one and duplicate this one. So delete. Yeah. Duplicate. Yeah. Read stuff in the comments. I would love to see that. I'm trying to learn how to rendering, sort of struggling. Methods and programs. Hey, listen, Ebb and Flow. Sounds like you need some Stylist League in your life. Give that a follow on YouTube on my Mike Drops channel, my Mike T Artworks, and we'll show you what you need to know. Shots fired. All right. All right. Can you make a raptor? Raptor like a dinosaur raptor? I've never done any dinosaurs. Maybe. Is he working on cable? Nah, this is Bishop. No sleep. Oh, cool, cool. You like the the Hamilton, Lewis Hamilton? Thank you. All right. How do you get that pop-up menu for subtools? Oh, just press N. N, M, N. Why is it not doing it? N. Hold up. There it is. Yeah, press N and you get the pop-up. And you can just scan through and get the thing you want. All right, let's do a quick save because I haven't saved this ever. Ah, Fear Frontier. Now you trying to walk it back, player? I don't know. I don't know. All right, why don't you just say 70s? Hey, Mike, hey, chat. Attentive Slug is one of the regulars on Mike Drops Live and now Stylist Leagues. What's up, Attentive Slug? 100s of 3D guns. What are you gonna do? Like, what are you doing for neck and spine health? Mine? Not doing anything. Probably should. Try not to sit so much. Guns grip. Doesn't know about guns grip. Shakes my head. How? Okay. All right. I see you guys. I see you guys. You got words for me because I don't know that it's called a grip. Where I come from, they call them gun handles. It's a fact. Look it up. All right, gun grip. All right, that's my bad. All right, so let's re-topologize this. Now I'm gonna go to geometry. You didn't come here for my gun knowledge, Versiel. Came here to watch me sculpt stuff. This man is blind. Hello. Shane, what's up? For gamers, you're making the human skin. All right. Wow, man, there's a lot of stuff here. All right. It's like Gears, Duke. I can't keep up with this. Oh my gosh. Sorry, you guys. Hi from Colombia, Dracula. The real Dracula, what's up? I'm a fan of your work. So let's go now to ZBremesher. All right. I'm gonna say I want to keep groups. And I'm gonna turn off adaptive, and let's just do a ZBrush and see what happens here. ZBrush. Okay. He doesn't skip leg day. What brush to use for X to extract easily, like Spider-Man's lines? All right, I was thinking about this, Jack Rada. I wouldn't do it that way anymore. I would use thick skin. So if you set a thickness that's a little bit higher than your mesh, and then you go in and you draw out your Spider-Man lines with your, let's say the standard brush with like a alpha, like a hard edge alpha. Just make sure that if I were you, what I would do, I was thinking about this for one of my characters. I would apply color to it as well, and then you can polygroup by the color. You can select it by the color, and then you can group it separately from the rest of the mesh. That's a better way to do it, I think, than extract. All right, so you can see it did the first ZBrush. It's okay. Let's do it again. Let's say half again, and try it. Considering ZBrush, it's the best processor out there for you. I'm on an AMD processor, and I've had a lot of luck. I'm on a Ryzen, what is it? The 5900, is that what it is? Yeah, not the 50, whatever the new one is, that one. It's been a while since I put stuff in my machine. ZBrush deleted my UVs from the model when I imported it. Why is there something relation with OBJ or FBX? You know what? I'm not sure of that. Chat, if you guys know why it got rid of his UVs, please let him know. Okay, so you can see, look, it's starting to get better. Let's do it one more time. Just do it again. ZBrush. What's the name of your channel? Mike T Artworks. On YouTube, Mike T Artwork. So, and you can see all of the videos. See, now it's starting to get clean. This is nice, right? And this is all because I made those poly groups, so it kind of knows not to make spirals here, which is I'm keeping clean loops all the way around this guy. All right, let's do it one more time. Get a little less dense. There you go. All right, so that's cool. So what I would do at this point, if I wanted to make UVs, is I would do something like isolate this leg, group it, isolate this leg and group it, and then keep that part, the crotch by itself. And then let's go to, actually before I do that, I'm going to project back my details. Let's do that first. Let's go back up to this guy, the high res. Okay, come back down here, and I will project, kind of divide up and project until I get my details back. All right. Want to be my mentor? Yeah, you know what? I actually am doing mentoring. So if you reach out to me on the channel in a private chat, and I'll talk to you about that, because I actually do that. Threadripper. Okay, good stuff. Okay, do you prefer character sculpt and pose? And yeah, so I answered that a little earlier. I like to break symmetry as early as possible, but I do start in like a relaxed pose, and then break it as early as possible in order to. Now, what this is doing, it's projecting back the fabric detail. I'm sure I have a version of this before I committed the detail. Let's see if I can find it after it does this one more time, and then maybe I can project that. Then I can reapply the fabric, because if not, I'm going to get more A's all over the place. Remeshing for cleaner topology, then going to... Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Darren. Remeshing for clean topology, then projecting the details back. How do you set up your poly groups and color them newer to ZBrush? So if you just mask an area and press Control W on a PC, Command W on a Mac, that will poly group it for you, right? So like if I just go and do something like this and then Control W, it gives me a poly group. So that's how I did it. All right, where do you search for Cyclops reference? Yeah, so if I go back to my reference page for Bishop, this is older, but I have all kinds of stuff here. For the poses, not so much, but you can see like I have artists, sculpts that I'm looking at. I have, you know, Daniel Bell's Sideshow Dude. I like some of the things that he's done for costume design, where he like breaks up the panels with piping and things of that nature, and also breaking materials, like having different materials between the panels is a good look. So when I first, interesting story, when I first started sculpting, I saw this sculpt. If anybody knows who did this, please let me know. But I found this on Pinterest, and I couldn't believe the amount of detail that you could get. Like looking back now, this is not a ton of detail, but it's just a very dynamic pose. I always thought that this was really awesome. So whoever this artist is, oh, let's see. Gregory Callan. Yeah, okay, shout out to Gregory. Good stuff on that. Right, same deal for this, looking at this type of piping and breakups in the material. That's how I want my Bishop suit to kind of feel. And then of course, like the 80s stuff. So fun fact, the theme on this week's Stylist League stream tomorrow night is 80s cartoons. I won't tell you what Danny and I have chosen. We're each doing our own thing. But if you love 80s cartoons, we have a lot to choose from. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow night. And we're starting from scratch, right? Sketches and going all the way to the finished piece. So, you know, if you like coming in and seeing this stuff, but you're like, he's already almost done with this thing, join the Stylist League and you'll see the whole process. All right, so let's do let's do UVs now, right? So I'll turn off this. Let's just say that I like this, right? Ideally, I'd get rid of this texture and reapply it. But if this is something I like, then now what I can do is I can go to my Z plugin, go to UV Master, and I can work on a clone, right? It'll make a clone of this. And you can see that it applies a skin texture, which, because I have another light on, it's a little distracting. Let's turn that light off. There you go. Okay. And we still have our poly groups. So now what I can do is go to Z plugin. I want to do it by poly groups, not by symmetry, because he's out of symmetry. And I want to unwrap, right? And it's going to think about it, and it's going to split those into different poly groups, which it did. So now if I go back and I hit flatten, there you go, they're my poly groups, right? So if I was a little more tactical about how I did this, then they would be a little more straight. A lot of times, you know, if you want to relax stuff and mess around with it, I would suggest doing it in Maya, because, you know, you can do that. I don't know if Blender does that. Or, you know, you use something like Top Oak Gun or the Rism or something like that that's made specifically for for UVs. And once I have my UVs, I can come back over here and say unflatten, right? And then I would just copy these UVs, go to copy, UV, I'm on the wrong one, UV, copy UVs. Then I can go back to the high detail one, right, which is over here. It made a clone. come back over here and I can just go paste UVs. So paste, right? And now I have all that detail. If I step up, right, like I have the detail. Let's get rid of skin shade. Word, you're not gonna do it for me? Let's see. All right, let me fill this with just flat fill. All right, so now I have all my detail, but I also have UVs. So if I come over to UV map and I hit morph UV, there they are. All right, so that's one way to do them. I used to spend a lot of time, this is a lot of UV talk for people that probably, you know, some of you guys don't care. But I used to spend a lot of time on UVs in like Maya, and you know, I need good enough UVs. Like if I'm doing something for Sideshow and I just need something that I'm gonna apply texture to, it's not gonna be animated, so it doesn't matter to me, you know? Let's get out of here and go back to this. All right, that was a whole lot of talk. Look at all this stuff that I missed talking, doing all that talking. Let's see. Yeah, reference Pinterest. In fact, if you go to my Pinterest page, which is Mike T Artworks, with the S, I have a ton of reference broken into a bunch of different categories. Anatomy, pose, hard surface, clothing, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's see what else. Do I know Rafa Grassetti? Raphael Grassetti? I don't know him personally. He's dope though. I'm a fan. Is there any application to create mood board or how to get Discord rolling? Yeah, Discord. All right. What are my system specs? I have the 5900, the Ryzen. I have 128 terabytes of, or sorry, gigabytes, terabytes. 128 gigs of RAM. Corsair RGB. It's liquid cooled, and the cooler is crap. I can't remember the name of the cooler. A bunch of hard drives, solid state drives. I went all out on this. This is the second machine that I built, so kind of had a better idea of what I was doing this time. All right, let me get back on this glove. Put my reference back. All right, let's do a search. Or like tactical glove. How about I do that very quickly? Material is one that I made, and basically all I did was I took the basic material and tweaked the settings to get it to look like this. Maybe let's do this. Hop over to YouTube, give me a follow on there, and then shoot me a subscribe and shoot me a DM, and I'll share my material with you. How about that? And you got to come into our stream tomorrow. How about that? And I got you. This one's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. All right, I like some of this. Let's take that. Oh, that's fresh. Ooh, I like that. And I'm gonna say, ooh, let's look at that. And this one, all right. So now I have my stuff on my pure ref. Let's organize it a little bit. Okay. All right, now I have some ref. Do you need UVs if you're going to print it? No. UVs help when I apply textures. So if I want the textures to be applied, it's easier if I have the UV kind of like, imagine, you know, when you take a globe and you lay it flat, it's like that, right? So if I was drawing on the flat part of the globe, this is a terrible analogy. If I was drawing the states and the countries on the globe, it'd be easier to do it while it's flat on a table, and then I wrap it right back around the sphere, and then it's, you know, it's 3D again. So imagine that for UVs. So that's why you would do that. All right, what else? Okay, the checkerboard pattern is still there. You know why? Because that same texture that was on before, I never got rid of it. It's the same texture. So the UV doesn't change that. What I would do is I would go back to, like, if I found an older bishop, let's find an older one before I got the texture kind of baked into it. Let's see. All right, it's going to think about it. I did like cloud saves for all this stuff, so it's going to take a second. Take too long. These files are huge. That's a gigabyte. Why is it so big? You see how many of these copies I have too? This is terrible. I need to go through my stuff and do like some housekeeping. I have way too many redundant files. Yeah, this is taking forever to open. What I miss? Frame. Turn off solo. Right. Yeah, so here's a good example of when you do UVs and it kind of works out for you, right? So let's look at just this part. What I did for this guy is I went in, if I grab just the shirt and hide everything else, I went in and figured out my panels for everything. Let's see if I can turn off the texture. That would be awesome if I can. Let's see. Oh, I can turn it off, you guys. All right, so turn this off. Okay, cool. So this is the sculpt, right? And I made polygroups for everything, all right? And then when I did that, I created UVs based on these polygroups, the same way I just showed you with the pants. And then when you flatten this out, let's see if I can flatten it out. UV map, yeah, so morph UV. Wow, mesh has layers. So I was using layers. Hold on one second. Layers for real. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna turn on my pattern again. That's under surface. Bear with me, you guys. Bear with me a second here. Turn off layers, go to surface, turn on noise. Okay, go to layers, bake. Okay, bake the layer. Now turn off the noise and flatten UVs, morph. Okay, frame. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, right? These are the groups. They all have their own UV layers or UVs applied. There's UVs applied to each one of these these islands. And so what that means is if I turn off the morph and I go under surface, turn on noise again, if I hit edit and frame it, there's my alpha pattern, right? So that is applied to each one of these tiles. And the cool thing about this, the thing that I really like, right? This is the gym. You get all of this on Friday nights. You guys tune in on Friday nights to Stylus League. These are the kind of gems you're gonna get. A happy accident from working in this kind of like having this workflow is that the UVs shifted a little bit, or I'm sorry, not the UVs. The texture shifts a little bit, so they don't all like this pattern that goes across his chest. It doesn't continue that on all the other panels. It kind of shifts, and you get the look of the Batman Justice League suit, right? Batman v Superman. So if I come over here and look at this, it feels kind of like that Dark Knight outfit because those UVs are changing directions. And I didn't mean to do that, but it happened, and I was like, oh, that's fresh. I like that a lot. So I'll do that. Then I add, you know, piping to it, and then I add stitching to it. And when I'm done, it feels like clothing. So that was a lot of talk. Anyway, Stylus League, hashtag Stylus League. Let's go back over here to, oh, what was I gonna look at? The pants. Pants. All right, go to pants. Here you go. All right, so here's the pants without the texture. All right, and I probably have UVs applied to this already. So let's look. I don't. Okay, so this is perfect actually. So what I'll do is I don't know why my colors are all, it's weird. My color is purple. I don't know why this thing is pink up here. Probably a sign I should save. That's weird. Okay. Let's go back to the other pants that I made UVs for. And I'll step down to the lowest sub V level. Oh, this is not the right one. This is the right one. So let's unmorph it. Is that a word, unmorph? Let's demorph it. Let's turn off the morph. How about that? There you go. You step down. And now what I can do is I can project the details from the flat version to this one. So let's say project history. Okay, step up, project history. Step up, project history. Right, is this the top? Okay, all right. So now I'm back to where I want to be. This is pants, sans, details. However, I still have all my UVs on here. So now what I could do is I can go to my UV map, right? And I can hit morph and I see everything's there, cool. Now I can go to surface and go click on noise and see now I have my noise here. And it looks good, right? I don't have that checker pattern now. All right, I can't remember who asked me, but yeah. Oh, animated Jesus. Sony. Really cool. It's fun. So, okay. Darth Riley wants to know if you're done. Like the material you're using, name of it, and where to find it. You know what? I don't even know where I got this. This is old, and I've collected a lot of stuff over the years. I'm sorry, man. I don't remember where I got it. Let's see. Robotic Ando. So reference screens. Pure ref. Decimation. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at all these. Oh, I missed so many questions. I can't not look away from this thing for a second. All right, listen, if I don't answer your question, ask me again tomorrow on my stream, right? Danny and my stream. Let's go back. This is the old one. This is the new one. There you go. So maybe what I would do now, because I don't really want the other pants, is now I can go and, well, that looks weird. How does that look like that? Is this the one I just did? Okay, for some reason, there's a texture issue going on. So not texture, there's a material issue going on. So I'm gonna fill this with flat color now, just white, color fill. I'll turn off the noise. What is going on here? Material, fill. Is it masked? Fill. I don't know what's going on here. Oh. I have on 2 subtools. Don't do that, you guys. Simple fix. We were looking at 2 separate things. All right, so if I just turn on my material now, and I go back to my, let's let this save and go back to my surface noise. I can copy this one and paste it into the good one. So let's copy. Surface, noise. All right, let's copy this. I'm gonna call this good pants. Copy these. And now if I come over to this one and I click on these pants, let's solo them. Yeah, you can kind of see where it goes off the rails here. I think it might have something to do with my polygroups that it was doing that. I'm not sure. But I will paste the good one. I will delete the old one. Let's delete this. All right, and then turn off solo. There you go. Now we're cooking with grease, you guys. Look at that. Clean, son. Yeah. All right, so that I like. Let's do a BPR real quick and see how it looks. I'll do a render, turn on some lights. All right, and let's save it so I don't lose it. Just in case, because you never know. Oh, I'm using the latest version of ZBrush, you guys. That's pretty cool. Save, yes. I saw there's like 2 patches that just came out in the past couple days, and I have the latest version. I don't know what's up with the colors up here, but if that's the least, if that's all that's going on, I'm not mad at it. All right, so now let's go to render. Turn up my shadow rays here. And blur a little bit. And let's render, see what it looks like. Okay, it's thinking about it. Let's see what I missed. Yeah, remember the contest I have going on for last week's stream? So let's see, do I have a thing for that? Yeah, for Stylist League. So if you join the YouTube for my Danny and my stream, Stylist League, and you comment from last week's video, we have a contest going on where you can win a seat at the viewing party for Mortal Kombat. We're going to have a live viewing party, and we're going to pick one person to join us and watch Mortal Kombat with us. How about that? All right. So yeah, look, the pants are much better now. Look at that. Boom, fixed. Done. Much better now. So I'm going to say that's cool. And let's get back to sculpting stuff. Gloves and stuff. All right. Do you use Dynamesh in your workflow? You know, I do when I'm cutting and keying. I'll use Dynamesh, and then I use Dynameshing, I use booleans, and then I will decimate, and then that's how I get like really nice keys for like statues. Oh, and you guys can't see behind me, but I have Anycubic Wash and Cure 2 on the floor, and in that other room I have my Photon Mono X, Mono Photon X, whatever. I need something to print, so that's why I'm back on Bishop again. Ruby says that chest is beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you. I've been doing, you know, push-ups. Sculptures Pro, yeah, exactly. How do you unwrap a character with the mouth bag in Maya? All right, Ebony, there's a lot of stuff that I could show you, but I'm gonna stick on this. How about this? Ask me again tomorrow night on the live stream, and in fact, let me give you a link. So if you want to know what Stylist League is all about, here's the link. And you can check it out. Stan and I telling you all about it. All right, but you can ask whatever you want to know in there, and we'd be happy to answer you. So excited about the guests that have already locked in to do the show, man. We have some good guests coming in the future. You're gonna be thrilled. I guarantee it. Yeah, I think on, if it wasn't last week, it was the week before on the Mic Drops Live. We were in there talking about NFT sales, and you know, just the craze for that now. In addition to, I think we talked about Invincible and the stuff we were watching, Winter Soldier and Falcon. We're all over the place, but you know what? We have a good time. All right, so for these knuckles, I think what I want to do here, I'm going to do this quick and dirty, I think. I'll do one and duplicate it. How about that? Yeah, all right. So let's just duplicate that. I'm gonna move everything else and hit clone. I got my glove. Let's duplicate this. Let's see here. Just do like a polish by group, right? Doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want to have that a little cleaner. Okay, I just want that. I'm going to delete hidden. I gotta delete lower first. Delete lower, then delete hidden. Close my holes. Okay. And let's do this W. I wanna mask the bottom. Mid-60s. Ugh. All right. Okay. so just want to clean this up a little bit like that. Let's do this. I'm gonna, what I want to do here, actually, let's do this. Group bottom, okay. Let's polish by groups again, a couple times. Okay, I just want to get that basic shape, and then I'm gonna Z. Do I even want to? I'll ZB topo it real quick. ZBrush, geometry, ZBrush. Let's say same. Tech groups and edges and ZBrush. Okay, cool. All right, so now this is gonna be our like knuckle detail thing. Where's the one that I really liked? I don't like the ones that go all the way across. I'll kind of do my own, but I do like this though. That's kind of fresh. All right, so let's turn off solo. Scale this down a little bit. Stretch it out a little bit, like so. Okay, let's polish by features this time. Okay, polish by groups a little bit. Okay, now let's see what it looks like with a little hard surface on the top. Do a little H polish. Okay. So that's cool. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? I'm not looking for perfect right now. I just want to get the basic shape. I can always tweak it later, make it better. I just know he needs some knuckles up in this piece, everyone. That. Oops. Oh, wait a minute. Why do I have... Did I? Okay. Delete this one. Delete hidden. Delete hidden. There you go. And then actually, you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to turn on my Sculptures Pro and kind of just mess around with this a little bit. First, let's just kind of clean it up some. H polish always makes everything look better. Okay, And if I want the top to be really clean, let's just do a clip curve right quick. I'll just do it by hand. Okay. All right, so I get this basic shape here. And that's looking okay to me. Right, so now what I could do, like, this is kind of like that question I got earlier about the about how to do the webbing on a Spider-Man, on his costume. So what I could do if I wanted to add some detail here is I could go and do a thick skin on this. So let's go back to tools, turn on thick skin, and for thickness I want to shrink it in. I want to shrink it. Wait a second. All right, saving. I thought you can't do negative numbers. I thought you could do negative numbers here. All right. Maybe I'll turn it up a little bit. Okay. Oh, I think, yeah, I just use negative. I just use a subtract instead of add, right? So then I could grab my, let's just grab this tool here and see if I can get it to work right. If I turn on my lazy mouse and turn up the radius, let's set this to subtract. Let's see if I can get this to work here. Yeah. So now it's only going to go until it reaches that number that I put in, right? So I could go and do something like this. Now it looks ugly because I didn't use Sculptris Pro and I don't have enough subdivision levels. So let's do this. I'm going to divide this again, right? And also I don't want it to be this thick, so maybe I'll change the thickness. Just want a little bit of thickness. That. Okay, let's see what this looks like. More than that, that's not enough. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so if I just want to do some cut lines and stuff, I can do something like that, right? So maybe that, and then do that kind of a deal, right? So just if I wanted to have some detail there, maybe I want to have, maybe I want to go around the edge of this thing and kind of set off that, let's mask this. That. Yeah, now then maybe I would want to come in and cut in around the part that insets into the glove. So this is how you can quickly get some detail. This is how I would do the Spider-Man webbing for whoever asked me about that earlier. Something like that, right? And if you make a mistake, you can set the, so I have like 0.36, right? So if I set this back to 0, and let's say I made a mistake, and then I want to, if I set it to add, is this how it works? Yeah, you can just kind of erase, right? So now I can just kind of erase away the mistake. All day, baby. Look at that. Clean. Clean, clean, clean. Right? So now if I like that, I could use it. I don't particularly, it looks like a mouse now to me, but let's see what it looks like on the glove. All right, maybe I like it. Okay, so let's say that that is something I want to keep. Now I would just duplicate it. You know, let's make it, oops, move, turn off thick skin. Okay. I'll just get it a little more symmetrical. And now I can just come over here and just duplicate this thing. Oh, don't crash. Oh, I have subdivision levels. All right, so let's delete the subdivision levels first. So delete lower. There you go. And now I can copy. Rinse and repeat. Okay, then I just line it up, get it in the surface where that knuckle's supposed to be, and I can sculpt around it to make it fit better. You know, I might have to like tweak the shape of it a little bit, but you guys get the idea. So this is one of those things where had I done this in symmetry, would have been easier, right? So what I'll probably end up doing for this guy, let's see what the other hand looks like. Frame. Yeah, totally different hand. All right, well, you know, lesson learned all up in here. So this is the other thing about what the Stylist League is about. On the shows, you get to see the successes and failures. I know a lot of times I'll post up, like I posted up a few arm studies on Pixologic's page on Facebook. And people just see like the finished product and they're like, oh my gosh, he's amazing. That's not the case. Like it was a whole lot of screwing up, fixing it, time spent fixing it. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at Bishop's arm. I see 1,000 things wrong with these arms. So I'll probably go in and mess around with those and fix those. But on Stylist League, you're seeing it live, right? We'll start a project. You see the pitfalls, you see us fix it and recover. Because that's what being a good artist is about. You know, it's coming back from those mistakes, especially when you're somebody that's new, you get frustrated. It's figuring out how to overcome those mistakes and keep going and not just saying, you know what, I give up. Which we all feel like that sometimes. So, and you know, you got Danny on there and you have me, and we're both kind of trying things and seeing if it works. And if it doesn't, we go a different direction. All right. All right, so then let's get this, pull this over here. Now, what'll be interesting is when we bring in like these rock star guests and they're doing stuff and, you know, they just kind of nail it right off the jump. That's gonna be fun, because then you have people in there showing you up in front of your audience. But that's fun too, because you get to learn from your mistakes. And I'm such a big fan of these guys that I can't wait to have them on and just kind of learn how they do what they do. All right, so once it starts to get in there and you see the thing now it just kind of looks like these nubbins on top of here. But what I could do now is I could go back to my glove and I can start to you know, add detail to make it look like these are inset in the fabric. You know, probably would help if I stepped up the. Do I have any higher sub levels? Maybe that's as high as it goes. Oh, because I deleted the lower. All right, so let's take the other hand. It's 330 over here. This one. It's okay. I don't have any of this detail that I care about losing, so I'm just going to divide it. Divide. Do I have? Whoa. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. I had it there. I just couldn't get to it. Oh, because the other hand was there. Step down to the lowest. I want to delete this one, so let's delete it. Delete hidden. Now step on up to the high one. There you go. Now we're doing it, man. Oh man, I haven't answered questions in a long time. This is gonna be a mess. Let's see. Did someone say webbing on Spider-Man? Yeah. Man, I missed a lot of stuff. Damn. Oh, I missed so many. Oh my gosh, you guys. Dude. I apologize. There's no way I'll know where. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. Checker fixed. Okay, good. Looks great. Okay. See Danny DeVito as animated Wolverine. Ha, that'd be funny. Sculpt fingers and toes separately and dynamesh them. Yeah, so you know, I just did a character. It was the Venom. I made the palm of the hand, and I made one good finger on not the anti-venom, but on the one that I showed you on my background. On this one. And once that was done, I just copied and pasted. I learned that trick from Daniel Bell, actually. And then I posed the fingers individually after I was done. But I had a lot of the detail already figured out. Okay. If you're a freelancer, how long does it take you a character sculpting? How long will you tell? Wait, how long will you tell your eyelash? Or sculpting, and how long will you tell your eyelash? Okay, I think that's lost in translation. I don't know exactly what you mean. If I'm freelancing on something, I'm a lot faster than I am when I work on my own work. That's part of, like, if you watch that intro video with Danny and I, that's part of what we talk about. You know, like it's very easy to work through your stuff to completion when you know that you have a client who's expecting it, and you don't have the luxury of just kind of noodling around forever. That's my deal, right? And Danny said, you know, he has the same issue where you just keep working and working and working because it's yours and you want it to be perfect. But it's that whole thing of the what do they say? The don't let the perfect become the enemy of the good. Oh no, stop it. Okay. Don't do that, man. Oh god. DLC, dude. Okay, sorry about that. That's my player. Yeah, so you know, I'll just keep going back and forth, and I'm like, that's why I have all of these projects. I have so many projects that just aren't finished because I started them and I never really. I was like, I'll come back to it. So this whole concept of the show was for us to get out of doing that. You know, that doesn't look right. All right, I don't know where this goes. I'm gonna fix that later. I'll move that over to here. All right. So yeah, the whole process, I was working on, I did a project for Nike where I had to sculpt Zion Williamson. And on that one, I was highly motivated because they were gonna give it to him. And so I think I got that whole thing done in I don't know, I got it done probably in like 2.5 weeks, cut and keyed and all that. But let's see. I think I have a copy of it here. Yeah, so if I... No, it's not in there. Oh, here you go. So yeah, this is the piece I was talking about. And I got this whole thing done. I want to say 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that. But I mean, I was blazing through it, and I didn't have any other jobs I was working on. So, and Nike paid really well in all fairness. So I was a motivated seller. Let's put it that way. Let's go back. 2 subtools layered on each other. You're talking about when I'm duplicating these? No. What I'm doing is I'm holding down the Option key. Option or Command? I'm holding down, yeah, the Option key. And there's no subdivision levels on here, levels. And if I drag the gizmo up, not Option, sorry, Command. If I hold it and I drag the gizmo, it gives me a copy. So that's how I'm doing that, if that's what you're asking. All right, so then I would kind of have these things here, and now I could copy them. I need one for the thumbnail, or for the thumb too. Let's grab that. So I'm going to copy that after all. Just kind of line this up a little bit. We make this wider. Right, and then if it's not exactly the right shape, I can just grab my move tool and kind of mess around with it until it's better. And get this in place. Okay. So then if I'm okay with this, now what I could do is copy these. Let's call them knuckles. Go back to my good hand and paste. Paste. No. Wait, what did it do? Knuckles, copy. And paste. There you go. All right. So now we have the beginnings of some details on the gloves here. And the thing about him, right, is I want to have this feel kind of tactical and have it be a realistic take. But I also want him to feel like the old Bishop that I loved from the old animated X-Men cartoon. You know what I mean? This is one of my favorite shows to watch. And I loved him in the comic books as well. So I want him to have that look. Like the hair right now, it's too straight, you know, like I got to add some curl to it. But it's getting there. Kind of getting there. If I move the gun, you can see that I have the thing on the belt, his big X. Where is it? Where's the gun? Keep losing the gun. Man, I gotta group this. This is before ZBrush had groups. There it is. All right. I just turn off the gun. There you go. So yeah, now you can see it makes a little more sense. Anyway, let's see. Just realized this is Bishop. Saw you post. Yes, sir. Nice work. Looks OP. Yeah, so for Sideshow, you get a lot of time. I'm working on something for them now that I'm like, Dag, are we still doing this? Because we're waiting on an approval from the client. Yeah, you get a lot of time. I wasn't expecting that much time, actually. I came in and was like all excited to do my first project and went through it really fast and got an approval and was like, damn, did I do that too fast? I don't know. I don't want to mess up the curve. Let's turn on this and this. So once I make this look like this is a material that has a cutaway and then this plastic piece or rubber piece is inset in it, it's gonna feel a lot better. Like right now, these just feel like some kind of things floating on top of the glove. But I'll add cut lines and all kinds of stuff to it. I did a similar thing for my Princess for G-Force or Battle of the Planets. Yeah, so this one, I went really hard with her gloves, and see if I can make it bigger. And after you get all the detailing and everything in there, then it really looks good. So this is all, I think I used Marvelous for the cape part, and I used it for the skirt. And the blouse, the boots, the gloves, that's all just done in ZBrush. And I really enjoy kind of sculpting fabric. So I just went hard with that until I got something that I liked. But here's the gloves. See all that. Know what I mean? Anyway. Sword Deep. The Hulk render on your cover image looks dope. Thanks, man. Possible to sculpt like this with a mouse? Maybe you could, but I wouldn't suggest that you try it. I couldn't imagine sculpting with a mouse. You know, maybe hard surface stuff, sure, but nah, not at all. Why do you decimate exactly? So what'll happen is these, when I start to get like the like really high frequency detail in these guys, especially for things like skin, you know, let's come back over to here real quick. If you look at the skin on the Hulk that Sword Deep was just talking about, this one here. So that detail in, do I have a close-up of the hand? I don't. Right, I can probably make this bigger. So for this one, it's as big as it gets. All right, well, you can see I use like XYZ texture to get details on the fingers and the hands. And then I also went in and hand textured some of the pores and stuff like that, so that when you look at the actual print, well, I don't have the whole thing in here, but I have this, which I started painting, but it kept all of that detail, right? I took the mold out for the other one. Here, let's look at this. switch to the other camera. All right, so I made molds, and if you look at the molds, like they kept all of the detail. Like all the pores and everything are in there. Everything is in there because I dug into the model very deeply, and so it maintained it in the pore when I did my resin. This is a 3D print from the machine behind me, the Ender, and it kept all the detail. You know what I mean? So that's why you need to decimate, because you have to have, you know, millions of polygons to support that kind of level of detail. When you're doing this kind of stuff, it's not a big deal. But like, say I wanted to have a leather texture on this glove, I'd need a higher level of division in the topology in order to maintain and hold that. That's why you decimate.
Are you listening? Damn.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Gumroad on Superhero Anatomy. I already did, brother. I already did a Gumroad on Superhero Anatomy. Yeah, I know I'm not sharing the screen. All right, Bradley, calm down. All right. Sorry. What was I gonna say to you? Oh wait, so you guys didn't see the whole Hulk thing, did you? I did it again. Sorry. Or did you? Did you see the Hulk thing? I don't know. Yeah, no, you saw that. All right, so look, the Gumroad is right here. If you go to my Gumroad, you see that I have the anti-venom, and it's the whole process, right? So you say you want to see the whole thing. A lot of anatomy going on right there. All right, so check that out. That's on gumroad.com/MikeTArtworks. Put it in the chat. I told Bradley if he does not remind me when I forget to share the right screen, then I will chastise him on the stream. So that's why I think I was getting all those messages. Good looking. You did your job, brother. Okay. I want to make molds too. So this is interesting. The thing about the molds, they are very tedious. I don't think I'm built for this. Just to be honest with you, it's not really my thing. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna take off this sweatshirt because I'm getting hot. All right, hold tight 1 second, you guys. Okay. Yeah, the molds are tedious, and especially I'm doing a giant, like the body is massive and the legs are really big. He's about 23, 24 inches tall. So making the molds for that is, oh my gosh, man, it's a lot. So I say all that to say this, I will probably pay someone to do this the next time. I'm not gonna do it again. But I know how now, so that's good. Knowing is half the battle, you guys. 80s cartoon theme tomorrow night for the Stylist League personal stream with Danny Williams. You're gonna wanna tune in for that one. And if you go to the comment section on my page on YouTube and kind of tell me your favorite cartoons, I will consider them. I kind of have an idea what I want to do, but if you are a fan of 80s cartoons and you hit me up on the comments from last week's stream, Mike Drops Live with Danny Williams, then you might sway me. All right, let's look at some more gloves, shall we? Daniel's is so dope. He's very dope. I don't want to just, like, his is very distinctive, so I don't want to steal his idea. Oh, sorry. Stop it. Maybe if I uninstall and reinstall that again, it'll be better. So at this stage, I'm just kind of sketching to figure out what I want to do on his glove. Yeah, right now he's got a Thanos vibe going on. So what I might end up doing is just duplicating this hand and reposing the fingers, because I do have lower sub-D levels. That'd be easier than doing this twice, you know what I mean? That would be silly. So that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Use a mouse in the... Wow, really? Wow, okay, for sure. Pixologic, ZBrush might ask how old you are. Wow, what's up with you guys, man? You like asking a lot of... Why you... I'm early 50s. I just turned... All right, you know what? I'm 52 years old. 52 years old. But I have the... I like to think that I have the maturity of a man half my age. So that's how I balance that. I'm sure my ex would agree with me when I told you that. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Amazing details. Thanks. I want to make molds too. Screen, yes. Face only screen, yeah. Okay, great thing is if you split the model, each piece can hold more detail. Yeah, 100%. Key shot, wait, high and key shot isn't good. Yeah, all those renders that you see on my desktop, this is all key shot. These are all key shot, so I'm very happy with key shot. But I do want to I like the ambient occlusion on this. I do want to learn cycles in Blender, like set up a nice rendering setup that I can make like a virtual studio, and then take my ZBrush models in there and get some like really dope real-time setups, and then some high, like super high detail modeling renders rather, sorry. Okay, I want to turn back on my lazy radius. Let's turn that up to 30. I have damn standard on. There you go. Yeah, so if you guys like this, you're gonna love the Stylus League. Tune into my YouTube channel, give it a follow, and join us tomorrow. Danny Williams and I will be having our debut. It's the official debut of the Stylus League. I will drop some more breadcrumbs about some of our guests that will be appearing. And it's a different format. We're going to be working on projects from the start to the finish over 3 weeks. We don't have any choice. That's what it is. We can't mess around. And for the time that we work on the project off screen, we'll do we'll record some time-lapse videos and put it on the YouTube channel so that you guys can see that as well. Get the whole process. Those won't have any narration or anything. If you want that, get my Gumroad. That has like the whole process with narration, start to finish, anti-venom. All right. So what's going to make this look better is probably dropping in a panel that has, you know, like a ripstop fabric texture in one of these areas, right? So like if I was to grab this and let's do this, I'm going to solo this guy. And then I want to mask part of it. All right, I just need good enough UVs. Doesn't have to be great. Remember Chris Rock talking about a GED was a good enough degree? I just need good enough UVs. So now if I, oops. All right, so now what I can do is I can make a polygroup out of that. Okay, then let's take this over to, let's just clone it, bring it back. I don't know why that did that, but let's do this. That's weird. Blowing up today, you guys. The other thing I would probably do is let's do this. Let's do this. I want to get those knuckles by themselves and add those to the, I'm going to add those to the rest of the palm, or the back of the hand, actually. Jesus, man, let me make sure my family is all right. What the hell is going on here? Okay. All right, I'm gonna turn. Oh my gosh! All right, I'm turning that off. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm blowing the hell up over here. Pixologic, hi, 3D print it. Yes, yeah, 100% gonna 3D print this. You look like Lawrence Fishburne. I bet you hear that a lot. Really? No, I never heard that. Never heard that at all. I do live in the Matrix though, so that's a thing. Yeah, I think Larry's got a few years on me. All right, cool. So let's actually let's do this. W. Okay, so I want these to be grouped. There you go. Polygroup. Now, if I was really kind of, I knew exactly what this was going to be. Oh my gosh, come on, dude. Hold up. I'm not. Okay, I'm not 100% sold on the glove design right now, so it's not perfect. I would go in and cut out all these panels so they'd have their own thing. But now let's just go through, and again, I'll do the UV thing I showed you earlier. Get this part over here. here I missed. Okay. Don't forget we have a Mortal Kombat viewing party tomorrow after my stream for the person who has the most comments on the last week's Mike Drops Live on my YouTube channel, which is Mike T Artwork. You can join us. We're picking one person to join us to watch Mortal Kombat with Danny and myself and Bradley. And spoiler alert, Danny is not a fan of this new movie, so this is going to be fun, I think, because he didn't want to watch it, and we're making him watch it. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Daniel Woods mold work making is the worst bane in my existence. Agreed. Is this Thanos? No, it looks like Thanos. No, it's actually Bishop. I'm just working on some gloves. So let's see. If I was to turn on everything, it looks like this. In fact, let's do this. I'm going to get rid of the other gloves. Right, those are gone. Do a screenshot so if people are new in here, they know what's up. Turn that off. Okay. All right. Click on this for the glove. All right, now what I can do is I'll clone it again, come over here, just so I can keep things straight. And I'm gonna make UVs for this, same way I did before. I will just, because it's a clone, I don't have to work from clone. I'll go to Z plugin. Let's get this out of the way for a sec. Plugin, and I want to keep polygons, and unwrap. Okay, so it's working on pulling those apart for me. I'm gonna drink some water. Let's see. You made a finger less, it has to be 6. Does Bishop have 6 fingers? Don't say that. Happy trails, alt damn standard. Thanks. Oh. Alt damn standard. No, it's not. Where do we start from? I have another friend named Brad that we used an existing brush and tweaked the settings, and that became Happy Trails. That's the one I use for most of my clothing. Darth Riley, happy to learn. Alex, glad to see you again. Hey, Alex. Reminds me of Knuckles from Sonic's. Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, I might get rid of the cuff. I mean, he had the cuff in the old ones, but oh, I know why. Okay, all right. So let's do this. I'm gonna step down on the subdivision levels. Step down. Now the only thing is my polygroups are gonna get jacked up. Kinda. That's not bad. All right, so this is why you clone, because it'll drop the other layers, or the other the lower subdivision levels. So because this is a clone, I'll just delete lower. There you go. And now I'll go to UV master and unwrap. Let that do its thing. It does look like a Sonic glove right now. Theory says, hey, Mike, which brush is that? Is it default in the ZBrush? No, that's a custom brush. Custom brush. Age doesn't matter. Pure skills and reps. Thank you, my friend. You would have guessed I was 36 or 37. This is my new favorite friend. Gaten Gray. Gatan Gray. Gaten Gray. Thank you. I'll take 37. Bishop Render is good. Thank you. Yeah, you look like late 30s. Word? Thank you guys. You guys are too kind. The new 52. I see what you did there. Cheers to you. New 52. Did I work with Santa Monica Studio? No. But I have, oh, okay. All right. I have a friend who I'm working on getting to come on the old Stylist League, who might or might not work at Santa Monica Studio, son. Working on it. Let's see. It's good living. Good living is what that is. Thank you. Let's see. Cycles and other, like why cycles and not other render engine V-Ray Corona? All right, so not V-Ray because, and I would probably, because I have Maya, I would probably use Arnold, right? V-Ray I don't love. I'm not very good at it. That's why. But right now I'm using Keyshot. And just the stuff that I've seen Danny doing with Blender's cycles looks freaking sweet, and so like that's what I want to do. I want to mess with that a little bit. Okay, I have my UVs now, right? So now what I can do is I can go and let's do this. I want to mask. I'm gonna mask. I'll mask this part, and then I'll mask everything else. Okay, so now if I come over to surface, noise, and that's the other hand. Where's the other hand? There it is. All right, you see how I have a texture there now? That's not the one I want, but I have a texture. So what I can do is I can say, let's go to an alpha. Program files, Pixologic, ZBrush, alphas. So now what I could do is I could pick one of these things. Let's see what this one looks like. And then I want to turn off the mix, right? And I want to play with the scale of the, not the noise, the alpha, and the strength. Right, so we can play around with the scale of this thing, make it bigger or smaller. It is for print, so I don't want to go crazy on it, but like I can make it, you know, pop up like this is kind of cool. Right, let's make it larger. Oh, not that large. No, maybe not larger. But like now it's a infinite playground, so I could just keep choosing alphas and mess around with the way that they're applied, right? And when I'm happy, I can say okay. And of course, it does auto save right at the same time. Okay. Ebony says, really looking forward to the Stylist League. It's great seeing professionals work. Thank you. Can't wait to have you. Mike, I want to ask you one question. Learning 3D, I'm into character design and I want to focus on costume, cloth design. Any thoughts on that? There's a lot of really good videos for that. So it depends exactly what you want to get into. So I started off, a lot of people don't know this, I started off in the fashion industry. I don't know why this is doing that. Let's look at these UVs, actually. Let's look at this topo. Looks like I got some stretching going on there, big time. Let's turn off noise. Hold tight 1 second, let me figure this out real quick. I go to my UV map and I morph. I don't know why it's stretching like that. This is the piece right here. It's weird. Oh, because I didn't apply by UV, that's why. Rookie mistake. All right, turn on noise. Okay, let's go back. I want to mask just that part. Okay, I will go back. This is going to look much better when I do this, you guys, I promise you. Let's go to edit and see it's set to 3D. So what it's doing is projecting it from a top view, and because of that, it's stretching on the sides. So if I say UV, and then I look at it, now it's more like what it's supposed to look like. Probably want to turn down the strength. There you go. It's looking crazy, y'all. Make it larger. And let's say, okay, now, and look at this. Clean enough. Now, the way I would clean up those edges is I would probably grab the, I would probably grab the cuff part, the sonic part, and pull it up over it. I also would do a, I would use a, I can't think of words today. What's the word I want to use? I would use the curve tube to drag out the actual seams, that piping that goes in between it, and that would keep it nice and clean. All right, so that's how I do that. And then if I just don't want to see that mask, what I could do is go over to masking and hide the mask. All right, so again, this is not exactly the way I would do it. This is like some real quick and dirty, just so I can show you what it is. But now I could take that and bring that back over to him, and it will look better, like, you know, more detail. All right. What I want to do. All right, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. It seems like every time I come in here, I'm doing some kind of hands or fingers or gloves or whatever. Let's do something more exciting. Let me see if I can get some curls up in this hair. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be fun. Solo this. Let's see, where can I find that league? Sounds intriguing. Oh, sure. It is YouTube. Oh, M. Night already has it on there. Yeah, look at that link right there. YouTube.com. Artwork. There you go. All right, and then look at the live streams. It's right in there. But that link that All Night put in there is a direct link. I cannot keep up with these chat. There's a lot of chat here. This is great, man. You guys are really interacting a lot. No, MJ. I'm keeping it all under the hat. I don't want to see anything yet. I just saw the trailer, and I really didn't even want to watch the trailer. Just consult. How can you know companies are looking for a professional down these days? Clegan, I would say that's a question for Danny you should ask tomorrow, because he's actually in the industry and he's been with some big companies that he could tell you. exactly what they look for. He's part of that whole thing. What time is the stream tomorrow? 9 p.m. Eastern. So what's that? 6 West Coast. Yeah, exactly. Did you see the first 7? No, I didn't see that. Hey, man, greeting from Venezuela. What's up? Born on the same day on the first one. Nice, Underground Pig. That first Mortal Kombat, I'm telling you, that is that's an underrated treasure. All right, how do I want to do this curl thing? I would probably just sculpt a new piece of geometry and then just kind of copy and paste it around. Should probably look at somebody that has that kind of hairstyle. Let's see. What was the dude's name from Coming to America? They got the Jerry curl juice all over the thing. Let's see. Coming to America. What was the name of that product? It was Soul Glow. Soul Glow. There you go. Just let your soul glow. There you go. Look at those curls, man. That's too curly. I don't want all that. It's too curly. How about, let's see, Ike Turner, maybe? There you go. Oh gosh, he was so scary looking. Ike Turner. Young Ike Turner. No. Here you go. Getting that Beatles cut, y'all. Okay. Let me just put in Bishop. I think that Boris Vallejo did a version where I really liked his hair. This is kind of the look that I'm going for. Let's see, Boris. V-A-L-E-J-O, is that right? Vallejo? No, butchered his name. Yeah, this is the look I'm going for. Boris Vallejo was doing it. The Jacksons, exactly. So this is the one I had in mind when I did this. The hair on this is awesome. Let's look for a large version. Large. Is that as big as it gets? Guess so. Open image, new tab. Yeah, it's not very big. It'll do. Let's copy this. Yeah, Boris killed this thing. This is dope. You got that hair, man. All right. Got that hair. Got the hair right. Yeah, and somehow I lost a lot of the detail in my hair. I don't know what happened, but I lost it. So let's maybe mess around with this a little bit. I had a friend Rico last night that was working on hair. He probably this would have helped him out. He's asking me some questions. All right, I want to make my lazy mouse a little longer here. Let's see, lazy radius. Let's make that 30. Let's try this. This it definitely looks a little more like hair. That helps. Let's see. Do you have any hotkeys or custom setups you recommend in ZBrush? No. I don't really use hotkeys a lot because I forget them. I just tend to set everything out on my UI and then I can get to it quickly. Moment of new Mortal Kombat. Best moment is the best first 7 minutes. All right. Let's see. There's a lot of naysayers. Listen, I'm actually excited for this one. I've been waiting. Part of the reason that I kept HBO Max after I picked it up to watch Wonder Woman 1984 and then was immediately disappointed was Mortal Kombat. That and King Kong vs. Godzilla, which I was not unhappy with. I thought that was pretty cool. It was okay. But yeah, no, Mortal Kombat is my jam. I used to love that game, and I really I love the first movie. Annihilation, we're not gonna count that one. That was crazy. But the first one was good to me. I still watch it. It's gonna be nice to have a little point counterpoint too, because I'm telling you, Danny could not be less interested in Mortal Kombat. So we're gonna have a nice little we're gonna have an open, what do they call it, a free and fair debate about Mortal Kombat as we're watching it, I think. All you gotta do to join us is watch last week's stream on my site, Mike Drops Live with Danny Williams, and comment, and we're gonna be choosing someone to join us. So this is how I did the Hulk hair on the other one, and it's super tedious, but I mean, it looks great when it's printed. So I'd rather do this than make silicone molds. Let's put it that way. Daniel knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be 3 a.m. there. Oh no. The upper right arm is not quite right. Otherwise, cool piece. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Yeah. No, listen, I would tend to agree with you. I'm gonna redo these arms. Since I did this one, I find my arms. Since I've done this, I've done a lot of work on arms. Is it in here? No. Let's see. What's the one? Yeah. So I've done a lot of work since Bishop. This piece is 2 years old, 3 years old, 2 years old. And I've learned a lot since then. So I'm gonna go in and resculpt all that so that it feels better. This is where I am now. Where is the thing? Let's go back. You know what? Let's do this. This started out as a lot of tubes. I just laid down a lot of tubes and then I dynameshed them together and eventually got something that was a solid piece. And when I did that, I smoothed it and I lost a lot of details. I knew I'd have to eventually do this again, so. Luckily, I let enough time pass that I didn't go crazy, because this was a ton of work just getting to this point. Okay. Let's see. Any tips on how to make realistic seams and cloth units? I have a job making sofas. Need some help. Yeah. In fact, there's a video I did, like a little quick tips and tricks for Pixologic's ZBrush Summit. Do a Google search for Summit 2020 and then type in my name, and that was my thing, was showing how to do the fabric seams. That might help you out. The Marco Kyo. Let's see. Anyways, I started gray hair when I was 13. Oh no, you got the Steve Martin thing going on. I always thought that looked cool though. I don't know, for some reason. And I'm not, I'm actually kind of happy with my Reed Richards thing that I got going on now, with gray temples. So that I like, actually. I started getting gray hair when I had kids. Like overnight. Let's see. Raphael Grassetti. I don't know. I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Early 50s. Nice. Stressed out of being too old for 26. Yeah, you got 26. Come on, Oscar. You're a baby, son. You got a long time to go. You got a whole lot of living to do. Started last year with 32. Oh, we talking about grays? Yeah. I want to say, so yeah, so my kids, that's about same for me, Javier. About the same. Just browsing all work. Got big. Thanks. Not using UV option in Surface. Why won't you have issues on side? Alex, what you talking about? Just have to enable UVs and noise make. Oh yeah. Okay, that's what you're talking about with the glove. Man, I'm way behind. Would you record the surface noise on layer? Would you record the surface noise on a layer? Yeah, you could. You totally could do that. Yeah. I just, because I know that these gloves are not what I really like. It's not what I really want. I'm not married to them by any means. This is one of those things where, I'll be honest with you, I'm working on a lot of projects, and this week has gotten away from me. So I didn't have, this ZBrush Live isn't the most planned out one that I've ever had, to be honest. Not going to be like that tomorrow. We actually have meetings. We have several meetings to make sure that the Stylist League is in order and we know exactly what we're going to do. Yeah. So that's way more organized. We have somebody that came from a corporate background that makes sure that Danny and I are well wrangled. So you can expect premium content from that. All right, hair's getting there. Should save because I feel like I'm going to crash any second. where's Bishop? Yes. Okay. Do you also have the feeling that your character or model is never finished? Only all the time. CS Cyclone. All the time. Is it always? Yeah, exactly. Just joined the stream. So for the hair, what I've been using, I have a custom brush that looks like, it kind of looks like this when you draw it out. But basically what it's doing is it has, let's see, hold up. Let's go here and get a sphere. Frame it. Make polymesh 3D and divide it. All right. So if you were to use this brush on the sphere, kind of looks like this. So I basically just kind of, I go back and forth between additive and subtractive to kind of just figure those hairs out, right? That's all I'm doing. And then if I want to add even more detail, I'll get the damn standard and I will come in and really kind of, you know, cut in some more detail. So that's how I do here. Oh, I don't want to do that. Subtool. This one. Frame. See, this is dope, and it doesn't even have a whole lot of extra detail on it. This is pretty awesome. Is this Eric's piece? Eric did a Magneto that looked amazing. Oh no, I know who this artist is. I can't remember his name. On ArtStation, he's a beast, though. If anybody remembers who this is, let me know. Oh, sorry, Daniel. Yeah, just watch it later on and make sure you comment that you were there, man. Watch it on Saturday. What about Show Enough from the... Oh, yeah. Jay Murphy for the win. Murph me. Hold up a second. Show Enough is a perfect call out. Let's find Show Enough. Who's the baddest? Show Enough. Who's the meanest? You know what? You just determine what I'm going to watch tonight. I'm going to rewatch this again. I think it's time for me to watch The Last Dragon again. 100%. Let's see. I need a good... That's the thing. This movie was before HD, so... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, snap, son. That'll work. Let's take that one. Show enough! There's a whole lot of people who are like, what the hell are you talking about? If you get a chance, watch The Last Dragon. When I was younger, there was a movie that had everything you could want. Music, kung fu, vanity from You guys aren't going to know who this is because I'm sure everybody in here is like half my age. There was this very, very attractive woman who used to be in a group that Prince had. Prince was a singer. God, I'm dating myself. Guys probably don't even know who Prince is. No, you guys know who Prince is. Yeah, no, Vanity was in that movie, and oh my goodness. Do yourself a favor and watch that one. That's a good one. Plenty of kung fu action for you. This guy was the heavy. His name was Shonuff. Stream after it airs. Any questions? Get answer. Leave the comments. Nice. Okay. Speaking of Boris, have you ever sculpted Conan? No, I haven't. I haven't done a Conan. I did start working on a closest I got to Conan was doing Trapjaw from Masters of the Universe, and I again, that's the one that I didn't finish, but that one was fun. That's probably the closest I've gotten to Conan. This is actually not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I feel like it was harder the first time I did it. Let's do a render of this and see what it looks like. Yeah, that'll work. Let's save it. Save. Yes. Drag and drop represent. Yeah. Pure. That was pure ref. Can you please share happy trails with us, please? Tell you what, Brutus. Subscribe to my YouTube. Check out the Stylist League tomorrow night and DM me. Let me know what you think, and I'll send you the brush. Done deal. It's gonna be hard to replicate that hairstyle and have it with enough detail to show the curls. Yeah, so I'm only gonna have the curls at the end. I won't have it all throughout the hair. So where his hair meets the shoulders, I'll just have it kind of curl up a little bit. Like right now it's a little too relaxed, too straight. Mike, you got the trap music playing now. That's funny. Always a critic. That's my producer, you guys. Did you give him the Doom? Doom is for tomorrow night. You know that. Come on. Come on, man. Doom is tomorrow. Make it look easy, everybody. Thank you, Animated Jesus. Do you find creating anatomy easier or the accessories? I'm more excited by the anatomy part. So for me, I think because I'm more interested in it, that's easier for me. But you know, I'm not as put off by accessories now that I've done a few statues for some clients. So it's all good. Everything has to get done, right? should probably turn on the whole thing. Do another screenshot real quick. I forgot I had some color on here. Boots need work still. Boots are real, like this is just literally the curved tube straps on here. How much time do I have? It's 4 o'clock. Oh, that's it. I'm sorry guys, done. Good thing I looked over. Okay, yeah, thanks for joining me guys. Please join me tomorrow if you like it and you want more. It's youtube.com/MikeTArtwork. Join Danny and I and Bradley for the all-new Stylist League tomorrow. We're going to be having a whole lot of fun. All right, so see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day. Stay safe, everybody. All right, peace, one.